All right. Looks like we are live. Well, we're not live. Looks like we are recording. Yeah, Bitcoin looks really bad, right? It keeps going down. We can look at the charts in a minute. We'll talk about that. There is a bloodbath right now, some people are saying. You know that if you've been listening to me, I've been buying, not every day now, but I did buy some day before. Yes, I did buy some yesterday. Here's some of the latest news. I mean, amongst all the negative stuff, well, let's just look at some of the negative stuff real quick here. Well, this is actually good stuff. El Salvador signs crypto regulation, according to CoinDesk.com. This is today on the 10th, actually not that long ago, so just within a few hours. We can see that El Salvador is collaborating with Paraguay, and this is the second kind of regulatory deal that has happened. They also were looking at, I believe, Argentina, partnering with them, and this is for trading, and there's all the agencies and stuff that are set up to prevent anti-money laundering and things like this. But this could establish one of the most advanced crypto regulatory frameworks in the world. It's called CNAD, C-N-A-D, and that is their crypto regulating organization. Their two objectives when it comes to international collaboration, they told CoinDesk, is to share their expertise with their international partners, enabling them to harness the benefits of a well-regulated industry and broaden the international footprint of our regulated companies by forging strategic partners and partnerships agreements with nations worldwide. So this is a big plus for cryptocurrency. Texas Senate passes Bitcoin reserve bill. New York targets meme coin rug pulls, so that's good. We don't like people rug pulling. That's not cool. Stealing money from people. But this, according to Cointelegraph, this is very new news, just 6 hours ago by Ezra Raguria, and tells us about that. The Senate passed Bill SB 21 on March the 6th, and this is going to allow them to have a Bitcoin reserve, holding it as a way of keeping some reserve for emergencies, kind of like gold. So that's good news. And then, like I said, if you look at the broader news, and this is cryptoslate.com, you got the Cayman Islands tightening with wanting mandatory licensing for certain cryptocurrency type firms. They don't want an unregulated firm. You look here, the SCE shifts crypto regulation policy. You're just being firm for their registration. Florida is opening Bitcoin reserve, or they're looking into it. You've got bad news about Bitcoin dropping below 80. You got Bybit halving their shares to 1.5 billion. You've got, all the stuff with the tariffs and stuff. Supposedly this is pushing things down. It's also making a bit of a, I would say, our economy, maybe slowing the economy down, but the value of the dollar has been up. So, yeah, things are right now, people are not knowing what's going to go on with the tariffs, and businesses are, sketchy to do anything right now. Although all these businesses are coming into our country, I don't see how that could be, a negative thing. But, yeah. We've got a lot of shorts getting ready to go to get sold out, so we could get a little bit of an increase, but we're going to look at the charts. For the short term, yeah, it's not looking real positive. I hope I'm wrong. Not investing advice. Bitcoin whales return, according to FXEmpire.com. Yashi Gola tells us here that the Bitcoin whales have accumulated 5,000 Bitcoin despite the market downturn. This article came out today, so it's fresh, brand new article. Head and Shoulders breakdown suggests Bitcoin could see further declines if key support levels fail, and that's what we're going to look at in the charts. Bitcoin's unrealized profit ratio is rising, raising questions about whether whales will hold or take their profits. Well, yeah, I think, retail is selling. Bitcoin opened the week with a modest jump of 2% and then went down by 27 from its 109,000 peak of January. So yeah, we had that small rebound, but whales are buying the Bitcoin dip. What could that mean? Well, that could mean that, they're going to be buying for a long time, or that we could be having some increases soon. I think that they see that the future is bright. Since March 3rd, 2025, despite the market downturn, these whales have added nearly 5,000 Bitcoin to their stockpiles. And it's fueled by President Donald Trump's seesaw crypto policies. And I don't know that they're seesawing. I think it's kind of finding a place and how to make this work. It is, putting the toe in the water and the foot in the water, as it were. But it says here, the market remains shaky since Bitcoin's all-time high 7 weeks ago, with retail traders panicking while whales continue to buy. Whales holding 10 plus Bitcoin were net sellers from mid-February to early March, but now they're starting to buy it back. According to Crypto Quant analysis, they are expecting Bitcoin to rebound in the second half of March if the trend continues. Meanwhile, Bitcoin's price closed above 100,000, coinciding with coinciding with the unrealized profit ratio in tandem, mirroring past bull cycles. So you can see all the room for us to keep growing, but it could be a while. Key question, whether the whales continue holding and extending the rally, which, we're not in that rally now. I think they're talking about like last week. Bitcoin could sustain momentum and push into a parabolic phrase as the whales hold on to their profits. I mean, Trump has announced that we have a Bitcoin reserve. Yes, we're not going to be dumping tons of money into it, but he has recommended that the feds look for ways to build the stockpile. So will they sell the crypto to do that? Will they find other ways to do it? Some people have even suggested mining. So yeah, we're in a down market right now because of the economy and the fear, but Bitcoin Bitcoin whales are piling it up, even though, the possibility of going to 70,000 is possible. They talk here in this article, the 200-day EMA, the blue line, 65,000 is a major long-term support level. So shouldn't go below that. The 50-day EMA is 89,000, is acting as resistance, reinforcing the bearish outlook. And I talked about we had two dips. We had one down to like 80, I don't know what it was, and then another one a little bit not quite as low. And I was hoping this third one would not go lower, but it did. So it went lower than the second one. So that's a bummer. We'll look at that real quick in a minute. But the worst thing that they could see is a breakdown below and losing the bull cycle, triggering a correction that could be even $47,000 or low based on the 0.618 fib level. So if you look at the chart here, you can blow that up. It is on FXE or FXEmpire.com under the title of Bitcoin Whales Return Amid Trump-Led Crypto Market Bloodbath. So there is more room to decline if we continue in this negative direction. How low will we go? That's anybody's guess. But don't be fooled. Like we looked at all those negative things. A lot of those are mainstream media trying to scare. And the whales are buying. That should tell you what you need to know from past experience. Never investing advice, but just talking about what it is and what is going on. Bitcoin whales rapidly buying it back. 5,000 Bitcoin added at March, also in investing.com. So these is heavily reported, and we can see that people are taking advantage of these low prices and stockpiling back up. And I assure you, as it drops more will buy. So I just don't think we can hit those super, super lows. So let's look. If you're still with me, please like and subscribe. Need your subscriptions. Appreciate your likes. Remember, this is family friendly. I'm never going to drop a bad word on this. You can always listen while you're driving down the road with your kids or whatever. All right? All right, total market cap down. People are selling. They're selling everything. They're selling everything. We're at $2.6 trillion. Not so great. Bitcoin up for the 1 hour, 2.4, but down for the 24-hour and definitely down for the week. So let's look at this chart here so I can show you what we talked about last week. What I was afraid, I didn't want it to happen. I didn't know if it would or it wouldn't, but I was hoping it wouldn't. And of course, now we know it has. So I think we can look at our 1 month and see it. All right, here was our low. Okay, we hit this real nasty $78,000. Okay, then we had a higher low right here, and we were at approximately 83. So I said if our next low, which I thought was right here at 85, I thought maybe that might be it. If that had been it, I was hoping that we could go up, but that's just a short term. It's gotta stay down there for a little bit. Got to stay in this dip. It's got to form a little bit of a dip. So here's one that kind of tried to, and here we are. Now we're getting these super low at $77,000. So this was what some had projected back, at least a month or two ago. And my hope is that we wouldn't have a correction that would be as deep as it is right now. But here we are. So again, one thing that I do say from time to time is Bitcoin can drop 20, 40. It has dropped 60% or more. Rarely, but it can. And we definitely are past where we have lost more than, let's see here. Let's give us a percentage. I don't know if it will give us a percentage. We'll go a year. Over a year, obviously, we were way up here at our high of over 100,000, and we are definitely dropped down. I mean, we're not all the way down to 72,000, but we're getting close. So are we going to fill in some of these gaps in here and go even lower down to the 50 and 53? Are we going to do some of these levels? Is that possible? I would hope that we would not see anything lower than that in worst case scenario. That's my hope. This chart is not very promising. Not for the near term, in my opinion. It is degraded. It is degraded. But just remember that sometimes when it degrades like this is when it tricks the most people. So I dollar cost average on my Bitcoin, so I'm not worried. I'm not selling. I just accumulate Bitcoin. My cryptocurrencies, I went over that with a lot of you, and we talked about that. And most of the ones I have, I'm in profit, or they're from my profit, so I can't really lose money on them because I've already cashed some of my money out to the basic investment. So I'm not too worried about that. I do have another coin that I am down pretty bad on that is not one of these higher listed coins that I don't really talk about too much, and it is down quite a bit. But it's so hard to trade in and out of it, and it's still looking promising. So I have hung on to it because it's not on an exchange where I can just trade in and out of it very readily with stop losses and stuff. But anyway, the 1 hour is up. It's looking good. I mean, we could have a turnaround this week or this weekend. We don't know. We'll have to see. But there's the market. Good news is if you're stacking those Satoshis, you can get a good deal right now. You're definitely going to get a lot of them. Look at that, 1,261 Satoshis for $1 US. Oh, fear and greed. Fear and greed is super low, or well, the fear is high. We're bordering in between extreme fear and fear day by day. So people are really afraid. They're scared. So the market could go down even more. Current cryptocurrency price predictions and forecasts from coincodex.com. I love this. It says that 5 days we could be up to 96,000. Basically what this chart is telling you, based on the 200-day moving average and I think the 50-day moving average and the 14-day relative strength index and the past performance, is showing you that we're still in a bull market. So this is really good news. And watch, and I will prove to you how this does tell us whether we're in a bull or a bear market, because the 1 month is $106,000 Bitcoin, the 3 month is 159, almost 160,000, and then it drops for the 6 month to 158, and it drops for the 1 year to 127. So our top gains are yet to be seen. You can look at all the coins if you want. It does do the evaluation on the same criteria. So kind of cool if you want to check that out, coincodex.com. And then altcoin season, a lot of blood in the streets. If you want to gamble on meme coins and stuff, that is a real gamble. But when altcoin season comes back, then that might be. But right now, if you're looking at solid projects, top 10, top 20 American-led cryptocurrencies, and you're wanting to stack those while they're down, this could be an indication, because we're way down here so low, not even anywhere near the midway point or even, out of the yellow zone. This could be a huge buying opportunity for those who are willing to wait and make the right choices on altcoin projects that are serious and good. So that's all I got for you today. I hope you have a great day, and hope you have strong hands, as they say, and you aren't investing more than you can afford to lose without those stop losses in place. Absolutely. So that is it for now. Goodbye.